Well, good morning guys. Great to have you back on the channel for this new video. From the past couple of weeks, we all have been hearing of massive layoffs. Businesses are cutting massively their expenses and costs, and lately the collapse of the two US banks, Silicon Valley and Silvergate respectively. But hold up. That's what we call a recession in the economic terms, and it is very dangerous and has a big negative impact on our daily life. A recession is a term used to describe a significant decline in economic activity. It is a period when the economy experiences negative growth, which means that the output of goods and services is shrinking rather than expanding. Recessions are typically characterized by high levels of unemployment, a decrease in consumer spending, falling production, and declining business profits. Recessions can be caused by a variety of factors, such as a decrease in consumer confidence, a decline in business investment, or changes in international trade patterns. The effects of a recession can be felt by individuals, businesses, and entire economies. Individuals may experience job loss, reduced income, and difficulty paying bills, while businesses may struggle to remain profitable or even go bankrupt. Unemployment. During a recession, there is often a significant increase in unemployment as businesses cut back on hiring or lay off workers in order to reduce costs. Reduced consumer spending. As people become more cautious with their money during a recession, they may cut back on spending, which can lead to decreased demand for goods and services. Decreased business profits. Businesses may struggle to maintain profitability during a recession due to reduced demand for their products or services. Declining production. As demand for goods and services decreases, businesses may produce less, leading to a decrease in overall economic output. Increased debt. Individuals and businesses may take on more debt during a recession as they try to make ends meet, leading to financial stress and instability. Decline in housing prices. During a recession, housing prices may decline as fewer people are able to afford to buy homes, leading to reduced wealth and increased mortgage defaults. Reduced access to credit. As banks and other lenders become more cautious during a recession, it may become harder for individuals and businesses to access credit, making it more difficult to invest or make large purchases. Strained government finances. Governments may face reduced tax revenues and increased spending on social safety net programs during a recession, leading to budget deficits and increased debt. Reduced international trade. During a global recession, international trade may decrease as countries become more protectionist and focus on domestic markets, leading to decreased economic growth and increased geopolitical tensions. But sometimes the government may take wrong actions to fight it, which will result in more negative impacts in our daily routines and our pockets. Tax cuts for the wealthy. Some experts argue that tax cuts for the wealthy may not stimulate enough demand in the economy and could exacerbate income inequality. Austerity measures. In times of recession, some governments may choose to implement austerity measures such as cutting government spending, raising taxes, or reducing public services. Bailouts for big corporations. Some experts argue that bailouts for big corporations may not trickle down to benefit workers or smaller businesses, and could even incentivize risky behavior in the future. Monetary policy alone. Some economists argue that relying solely on monetary policy, such as lowering interest rates or increasing the money supply, may not be enough to fight a recession, and that fiscal policy, such as government spending or tax cuts, should also be utilized. But luckily in the US we do have great economists that are willing to help in such periods, so as us the low-income generators does not have to face the unbearable. Fiscal stimulus. Governments can implement fiscal stimulus measures, such as increasing government spending, providing tax rebates, or implementing infrastructure projects to stimulate economic activity and boost demand. Monetary policy. Central banks can lower interest rates or implement other monetary policy measures to encourage lending and investment. Investment in education and training. Governments can invest in education and training programs to equip workers with the skills they need to succeed in a changing economy. Increased support for small businesses. Small businesses are often hit hard during a recession, and governments can provide financial support, access to credit, and other resources to help them weather the storm. Reducing regulatory burden. Governments can reduce regulatory burden on businesses, making it easier for them to operate and invest. Promoting international trade. Governments can work to promote international trade and remove barriers to trade, helping to increase economic activity and create jobs. Investing in research and development. Governments can invest in research and development programs to drive innovation and create new industries and jobs. Infrastructure investment. Governments can invest in infrastructure projects, such as roads, bridges, and public transportation, to create jobs and stimulate economic activity. Social safety net programs. Governments can implement or expand social safety net programs, such as unemployment insurance or food assistance, to help support those who are struggling during a recession. Debt relief. Governments or banks can provide debt relief to individuals or businesses struggling to repay loans, helping to reduce financial stress and improve economic stability. Targeted tax relief. Governments can provide targeted tax relief to specific industries or groups, such as small businesses or low-income earners, to help stimulate economic activity. Increased government procurement. Governments can increase their own procurement of goods and services, helping to support businesses and create jobs. Encouraging entrepreneurship. Governments can create programs to encourage entrepreneurship and help small businesses to start and grow. Green initiatives. Governments can invest in green initiatives and technologies, such as renewable energy or energy efficiency, to create jobs and stimulate economic activity while also addressing environmental challenges. Building strong partnerships. Governments, businesses, and civil society can work together to build strong partnerships and collaborations, helping to create a more resilient and sustainable economy. In conclusion, a recession is a period of economic decline characterized by reduced economic activity, higher unemployment rates, and decreased consumer spending. A recession can have significant impacts on individuals, businesses, and the overall economy, including job losses, reduced incomes, and financial stress. Governments and central banks can take a range of measures to fight a recession, such as implementing fiscal and monetary stimulus measures, supporting small businesses, investing in infrastructure and education, and promoting international trade. While the severity and duration of a recession can vary, it is important for individuals and businesses to be prepared and to seek support when needed to help mitigate the impacts of an economic downturn. Thanks for watching and please subscribe to the channel for the support.